Well, how's it going today, all you lovely, lovely, lovely people? Once again, we are right back on the Broken Crowns channel. Now, I said that if you guys wanted me to do a part 2 to the little stream I went over yesterday, you would let me know in the comment section below. But quite a lot has happened in the time between me uploading that initial video and now. First off, once again, I was proven right. Spoons is indeed a massive fucking vagina. You know the thumbnail for the video I did? Little meme of Queen Elizabeth, some statue of Queen Elizabeth standing next to Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il, sorry. Yeah, I sent that to Spoon, telling him, hey, don't be so bummed out. I'm sure Queen Lizzie is downstairs in hell, just having a grand old time with Mao Zedong, Pol Pot, Stalin, and Hitler, and Osama bin Laden. And Spoon really did not like that at all. No. Because, the giant fucking vagina blocked me. I know, really, really sad, ain't it? Who would have thought it? That Spoon's is a gigantic fucking vagina. It's almost as if I called it yesterday when I said, the minute me and Spoons decide we're gonna have ourselves a nice little blood sports match, I'd make him cry in a heartbeat. But anyway, I've decided we're gonna go back to the Broken Crown stream. But first things first, though, we got ourselves a tribute video to go over. Oh yeah, it's a short video, only 2 minutes long. But those 2 minutes really gonna feel like 2 hours. Then again, what would I know? I haven't seen the video in its entirety. The moment I saw this, I knew I had to share it with you guys. But I haven't gone through the entirety of the video, so anyway, enough jibber jabbering. Let's get into this gem, and then we're gonna go straight back to the fucking stream. Okay?
Me smile. And every time that I drive to you, it's always worth my while.
I swear to fucking Christ, this is the type of music I would see in a fucking TikTok video or a fucking Instagram story. Who thought this was a good idea? We're gonna take all this fucking footage of Queen Elizabeth throughout the years, and we're gonna put this fucking music in with it. Real fucking genius move, you guys. Real fucking genius move. This is definitely going to tear on some people's heartstrings, and there's in no way, shape, or form gonna go in my fucking cringe folder right here. Anyway, let's continue with this totally not cringe tribute video.
So let me sing for you, like the birds in the mountains do, like a child who cries for you, cries for you. So let me sing for you, about the streets and the avenues. There's nothing I'd rather do, rather do. You not like you. So let me
fact, right now as we speak, Queen Elizabeth is currently burning in hell with Margaret Thatcher. So it's nice to see these two have been once again reunited. Oh, there goes Princess Diana. You know, the former royal who totally died in a car crash and was in no way, shape, or form assassinated by the royal family. Well, there she is, dancing with her husband, who was also her fucking cousin. And here we see a fucking castle on fire, which is a real, honest-to-God, good interpretation of the fucking current state of things going over in Brit Bong land right now. Oh, just the song alone was cringe, but now this shit, Queen Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen of this realm and other realms and territories, head of the Commonwealth, defender of the faith. Oh. Oh. God damn, went a lot quicker than I fucking expected. Oh. Oh. I don't fucking know who thought it was a good idea to upload this to the channel. I really am curious as to see who exactly made this fucking video. Was it Aiden? Was it Spoons? Did the two of them work together to put this train wreck together? I don't know about you guys, but whoever decided it was a good idea to upload this to the channel, and whoever decided that they were gonna make it, goddamn, congratulations. That has got to be the cringiest fucking video I've seen all year. Great job, you two. But anyway, you know, the tribute video is done. Now let's get into the rest of that motherfucking stream that we all went over last night. See you guys soon. Alright, we are back. We are here where we left off, which is at 29:03 of the 2-hour and 2-minute stream where they just do nothing but cope. Now, I just want to let you all know, this is actually how far I managed to get into the fucking stream initially. I haven't seen the fucking rest of it, so my reaction when it comes to what we're about to see next, this is all in real time, okay? This isn't some beforehand shit. My reaction, what I gotta fucking say, this is all gonna be in real time as we go through this together. So, anyway, I'm gonna hit play. Hopefully we can get as far away from this cringy boomer meme. This cringy meme that you would have fucking seen back in 2016 on like a pro-Kekistan Facebook group. Anyway.
The reason why that's funny, and also...
Sorry, I'm like a couple seconds behind you.
But the reason I find it quite funny, it is because that top one is South Africa.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't sure where that is, because I just looked at mountain range and I texted that picture to my mother, and I just said, "Isn't this back home?" And she was like, "Yeah." Like, okay. Like, just because, because that looks, the mountain range looks very familiar. Like, oh yeah, it's because it's from back home. Well done, twats.
Let's continue.
Now, Charles now is in a position, I think has 14 colonies that he is now...
Look how she just discussed
What is with the quotation marks?
It's the Commonwealth. She's talking about the Commonwealth, right?
Might be.
But is she calling the Commonwealth colonies?
I think she mentions Canada and Australia, so I think, yes, I think that is what she's trying to reference. At least I think so. Go on. Just go around, because she does.
Well, I mean, as already established in the video we went over last night, you know, according to Spoons here, if King Charlie really wanted to, he could just snap his fucking fingers and all of a sudden Justin Trudeau is no longer the Prime Minister of Canada. So, I guess by that logic, yes, it really does make sense to call fucking Canada a colony if the fucking reigning monarch can just get rid of the current Prime Minister of wherever on a fucking whim.
Yeah. Yeah, she does. Okay, so right. She's talking about the Commonwealth and calling them colonies. Alright. You know that... hey, Sonny, do you know the Commonwealth is a voluntary association of states?
Yeah, it's a voluntary member of states, even though, you know, with the snap of a fucking finger, the current reigning monarch can just dissolve their government in a millisecond. Yeah, it sounds like a very voluntary system, alright.
Well, she does now.
I mean, technically they do have... The Crown does have control over some of them more than others.
Yeah, it's a commonwealth. It's voluntary. Anyone can join in, except for the ones that aren't in there voluntarily.
But, the 15... There's 15 in particular that, the British monarch is in charge of. But but...
Yeah, the Commonwealth. Such a very voluntary-esque kind of group to be a part of. Even though there are apparently 15 fucking member states where the Crown has complete and total control over them. Yeah, a very voluntary system to be a part of, I'm sure.
The idea of the Commonwealth is entirely voluntary. And also not like it's gonna do shit.
Yeah, very voluntary, even though the Crown apparently has complete and total fucking control over 15 of the member states. Yeah, very voluntary indeed.
Right?
Australia and Canada.
There you go.
Is that correct?
Yeah, Australia and
It's
Canada.
time for him to modernize this monarchy.
What do you mean?
And
What the
What do you
hell
mean?
does that mean?
I know, what do you mean modernize it? Like how, what, like getting rid of the empire like Queen Elizabeth?
Well, first off, the Empire's pretty much dead. So, I really don't know what more Charlie here can do to fucking dismantle the Empire, even though it's pretty much in fucking shambles. I mean, for fuck's sakes. Last time I checked, I thought the moment the British handed over Hong Kong over to the Chinese, that was pretty much the end of the Empire, right? Didn't they have some big fucking ceremony, and didn't news reporters say, "Oh, this is the end of the Empire for sure"? What more is there to get rid of? What more is there to dismantle? What?
You're criticizing here, did?
Unless, of course, you know, you want to dissolve the Commonwealth and, you know, ensure that these 15 member states, which totally joined the Commonwealth voluntarily, you know, if you want to give these people, you know, the right to self-govern, to go their own fucking way. I mean, call me crazy, I don't think Charlie has it within him to do it. Maybe if these people stage a fucking revolution, which I hope they do. Maybe then we can really speed the process of destroying the Empire.
Okay.
So weird.
it's time for him to provide reparations to all of those colonies.
Reparations to all of the colonies? To Canada? To
Why?
Australia?
I don't even know how that would work. Like, you know that's not in his capacity to do, you fucking imp.
Oh, now I do hope we start getting some fucking reparations from the Crown. I mean, let's be real here. Charlie ain't gonna pay shit in terms of the reparations. If you really want to look at who's really gonna be paying the reparations, much like when it comes with everything else in terms of the royals, it's all gonna be coming from the fucking locals. It's all gonna be coming from the peasants. And I hope that does happen. Because I hope that once the fucking reparations start coming in, the fucking peasantry, the working average Joe, they take a long look at the fucking monarchy, and they get fucking pissed, and they finally tear down this centuries-old, outdated form of government. I hope we get reparations soon. I hope it fucking happens. I hope the peasantry of the United Kingdom has to be the ones to flip the bill, and I hope they get so fucking pissed off they finally destroy the monarchy. Oh, I hope that fucking happens. Fingers fucking crossed. This is going to be the only time you will ever hear me say reparations now. And hey, unlike the reparations that, the blacks clearly want in America, hey, at least something good will come out of it.
Imbecile. What do you expect King Charles to do? Just like take money from the British taxpayer and then just give it to random people for marine?
Please do that, Charlie. Please fucking do it. Please. Please fucking do it. I know you're too goddamn greedy. I know you won't fucking start handing out your own money in terms of reparations. Please do that. Please fucking do that. Oh, I would have a big old fucking smile on my face if I were to wake up this time next week, if I were to find out that the UK taxpayer is the people that have to fucking pay these goddamn reparations. Holy shit, I would have one hell of a massive fucking boner if that were to happen.
Reasons.
Uh-huh.
And which people in Canada?
Yeah, to whom? Yeah, what the fuck? Okay, whatever.
Everyone, cause fuck it, why not? Why the fuck not? Everyone gets reparations. Every single fucking colony the British ever had, everyone gets fucking reparations. America, Ireland, Canada, Zimbabwe, Algeria, every single fucking colony, everyone gets fucking reparations. Cause why the hell not?
Does that include English people as well?
No, I
Or like
assume
Americans?
not.
Does that include like Americans? Because you say reparations like for colonies. Well, so
Oh, please do. Please give us Americans some fucking reparations. Oh, please. And make sure the UK taxpayer has to be the one that has to flip the bill. Oh, please.
America was a colony as well. So are you trying to say that King Charles should give money to American people?
Yes, please, do it. Do it. Have the British taxpayer be the ones that have to flip the fucking bill, so my Yankee Doodle dandy ass can get fucking reparations from the UK government. Please, Charlie, please do it. Please.
I don't know. It's hard to tell. I don't think she's really thought this out, because I don't think she's really thought.
I was literally about to say, I don't think she's ever thought. She's never thunk.
And I also think, a monarchy.
No, you don't.
No, you don't think much, but go ahead. Oh my god, this part is so dumb. Hang on. Go back, because this part is so dumb. All right, here we go.
Colonies that he is now head of state, including Australia and Canada, I believe, if I'm correct. It's time for him to modernize.
You do realize they have their own head of state? And like King Charles can do something?
Yes, they have
It doesn't
their
mean
own
he's...
government.
You do realize that both Canada and Australia have prime ministers, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, they have prime ministers, but what's the point of Australia and Canada having prime ministers if at the fucking snap of a finger King Charlie can dissolve their fucking respective governments in an instant?
you don't, but...
No.
The only reason you know who Justin Trudeau is because you think he's handsome. I will fucking bet my balls on that.
Oh, almost, definitely. But this is so dumb. Listen to this.
This monarchy, and it's time for him to provide reparations to all of those colonies. And I also think, a monarchy.
Yas, Queen, slay!
It's very easy to uplift one family. The harder thing is to uplift all families. And I think that...
Oh, wow. Oh, my God.
You get a round of applause for such a stupid statement.
Uplift? What do you mean, uplift all families? It's their land.
Also,
you might not like it, but...
That is the idea of a communist.
Yes. Yes.
That is a straight-up communist statement.
So what's one of the first things that Charles does today?
Remember, if if you want to dismantle the British Empire, if you want to give all these former and current colonies reparations for all the shit the UK royal family has done to them over the years, congratulations, sunshine, you're a fucking commie. You know, I swear to fucking Christ, people like Aiden Paladin and the Spoons just really do love to throw the word around communists around. I honestly don't think these two knuckleheads really even know what a communist is. I think the only thing they really know about the communists is it's a group of people that spook me, and every time I hear their name I shit my pants. Ergo, everyone that I do not like is a fucking communist.
Right? Immediately, it's that, all of the money that, with the exception of a little bit, that the royal family makes off of their land and the development of it, which is a lot of money, goes to the people, right? Signs that away immediately. It already goes to you. The money that the monarchy makes already goes to the people. You're just...
Nah, I don't think so. Again, just have King Charlie force the UK taxpayers to be the ones that really have to flip the fucking bill, so we can really get this fucking empire to crash and fucking burn to the ground. Oh, please, 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 please let this fucking happen. Please, 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 please let this fucking happen. If there is a god in this fucking universe, I don't care which god it is. I don't care if it's the Jewish one, the Christian one, the Muslim one, the Hindu one, the Buddhist one. I don't fucking care. If there is a god, Charlie will force the regular average UK taxpayer to be the ones that have to foot the fucking bill and pay everyone reparations, and in doing so will lead to the very fast collapse of the royal family. Please let this fucking happen. I will be so fucking happy if this does.
Clueless. And then again, so what she's got a commie idea, which is, let's just take all of that and we'll just redistribute it to everybody, which is already, again, technically what the monarchy does with any money that's made from their land, right? It goes to the people. Instead, you want to just cut it all up and give it...
You sure it actually goes to the people and not into their own fucking bank accounts? I think that's what really happens.
Everybody an acre and see what they can do to develop that land and what they can do to run it. That'll sure work out great, Sonny. Can't see any problems there. Oh my god. Yeah, just give everybody money equally and they'll be fine.
You do know that...
I mean, these people do not pay fucking taxes. They got billions in terms of fucking castles and shit. So yeah, these people got a couple of money they can spend. But again, if I know these royals, they're not gonna fucking do it. They're gonna make the peons fucking do it, and when that happens, that's when shit's gonna fucking hit the fan, and that's when my fucking boner is going to exceed expectations.
Elizabeth fought against apartheid in South Africa.
That was one of the worst
she
things
didn't know. She doesn't know that, by the way. She doesn't, you see, the glazed over look in her face? That's because she didn't know that. I have that,
And just, by the way, how is South Africa doing?
Well, you
Yeah.
Again, you would be the one to be able to answer that question. And I have it,
I would prefer the non-melanated run the country.
I have
because
a little
they
bit
did
of
a
that
better
here.
job. Oh, yeah, it's controversial statement.
Here it is. This is an article from 1986. Queen Elizabeth II of Britain is dismayed by many of Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher's policies, and royal advisors have taken the unusual step of briefing a newspaper about the monarch's political views, the Sunday Times said today. The newspaper said the Queen's concerns about Thatcher's policies went well beyond the disagreements with the Commonwealth over imposing sanctions on South Africa. The Queen is described in recent press reports as worried at Mrs. Thatcher's firm opposition to sanctions threatened to break up the 49-nation Commonwealth. The Queen repeatedly...
Anyone else ready to pass out and fall asleep due to this very boring history lesson from Aiden Paladin? Because I sure as shit am.
Reportedly also believes that Ms. Thatcher's Conservative Party government lacks compassion and should be more caring towards the less privileged members of society. The Buckingham Palace spokesman, Michael Shea, responded to the newspaper's story with a statement denying that the Queen and Ms. Thatcher were in conflict, but clearly, just one newspaper article I happened to find on it, right?
I would just say to defend Thatcher and also defend my own country's regime.
You know what? I'm just gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna say that Mr. Spoons here is perfectly okay with the ideas of apartheid. Something tells me Spoons would love nothing more than to bring back apartheid. You know, they call it a hunch, but I think he's really into that shit.
Which I still will do, because if you want to compare it to the one that is now, I guess which one was better? Guess which one was better for blacks? Ironically, the white one. I know it's so weird to say to people, you realize there are black people in South Africa who would prefer white rule, and that like blows people's minds. Like, yeah, because they are smart enough to understand that just because you look like...
Okay, I'm gonna call it. This motherfucker is going to say apartheid was totally based and totally fucking worth it soon. I guarantee it. I guarantee that at some point in the near future, Spoons is gonna start going on some gigantic fucking tirade about why apartheid was based and totally worth it. Hell, we might just be getting ready to watch that fucking rant unfold right now. But there is only one way to find out.
It does not mean you give a shit about me. I know, shocker. Power tends to grab people regardless of your skin color. As I know, that's shocking to people. And as far as far as that goes, there are people who look at that situation and say like, yeah, the whites were the better rulers, and that people don't seem to understand. And
I mean, South Africa is were you?
Oh, we're getting close. We're getting close. You can already hear it in him. The whites were better rulers to the blacks and vice versa. We're gonna get there soon. I can just tell.
You know, obviously better than anybody. And my information comes from that book that I read on it.
Yeah, you probably know more about the history than I did from reading that freaking book. Because I was only 10 years old.
It's really, really fucked up.
Yeah, there's some things that... Like,
it's extremely corrupt.
Yes.
And they have explicit anti-white policies now.
Yeah.
Is that and the way that they frame it, the government frames it, is that it's payback, it's fair.
Yes, I remember.
No, it's not.
I remember one.
It's really not.
I remember one person. I think she was a white woman as well, and she was an ANC supporter. And I remember the way she wrote this just made.
Okay, so it's pretty much gonna be accepted at this point that Spoons is perfectly okay with the idea of apartheid in South Africa. But are we starting to hear Aiden and Paladin be okay with it? Am I starting to understand that Aiden Paladin is perfectly fine with the idea of apartheid in South Africa? Because let's be real here, apartheid in South Africa was pretty much their version of Jim Crow. Do you expect me to believe that Aiden Paladin, infamous coal burner, is perfectly fine with South Africa's take on Jim Crow? Is this what I'm hearing right now? Is this what we're about to find out about Aiden Paladin? Hey, did I ever tell you guys people literally give these two idiots money on the internet? Amazing, ain't it?
Made me fucking disgusted at her, the fact that I'm the same skin color. She said, it's their turn to feed. And when so much of what you just said makes me want to tear your head off.
Yes, by the way, when you are talking about, like, it's our time, we're so angry about the wrongs that were done to us. So it's our turn to get to do the wrongs. Just be aware of when these people talk about stuff like that. It's not because they actually feel wronged. It's because they just want to do wrong. They want to cause harm. And
yeah, because when you're the one getting fucked up the ass with the sandpaper dildo, with the sandpaper strapped on for too long, and your abuser's finally like, okay, you know what, I'm bored, I'm gonna go home, and they leave the fucking sandpaper strap on the floor, yeah, wouldn't it make sense for you to want to put on the sandpaper strap on and fuck them up the ass repeatedly? Now, yeah, what's going on, at least according to these two fucking dunderheads, what it sounds like is pretty fucked up. But, can you really blame these people?
Sonny is being pretty overt. She just wants shit. She just wants stuff for free. She just wants stuff for her. It's her turn to cause harm to others.
I will say
That's
the reason why that annoyed me so much, because why I'm kind of leaning more towards Thatcher, because you don't punish people for something the government does. That's like what you're doing with Russia. What has the Russian people done to deserve all of this Western sanctions ire just because of the actions of Putin? That's insane and stupid.
Yeah.
The Russian people do not.
The Western world has imposed these sanctions on Russia so that they can destroy the Russian economy, and once the Russian economy has been destroyed, the Russian people will get up in arms and they'll start protesting in the streets. So that way, the Russian people getting all angry will convince Putin to stop the fucking war. That's what's going on. I mean, for fuck's sakes, we do the same shit to fucking North Korea. Okay, granted, it doesn't work, but hey, it's better than actually going to fucking war. We can argue all day whether or not these sanctions can fucking work. I'm just gonna say, these fucking sanctions are a way better alternative than actually going to fucking war.
Need to suffer for the actions of their government, no matter how base you may be.
All right, let's continue.
Yeah, no matter how base Putin is, even though his fucking military just cannot stop bombing children's hospitals. Yeah, very base man indeed.
She was, and she also was very angry with Thatcher, who refused to do sanctions against South Africa. Yeah. So she tried, I think, her best, if she could, every once in a while. She really didn't have that
because those white farmers who just want to sell their product, what a terrible people they are.
much power. She was a figurehead. Look,
Thank you, George.
Yeah. That's what sanctions do. They put economic pressure on a nation to get their shit together or say goodbye to everything you love. That's the whole point of fucking sanctions. You put economic pressure on a fucking nation so they can get in line. Okay? That's what sanctions are.
Wait, that's the reality. And
the most sane take ever.
But we went over how much Elizabeth reduced the size and scope of the empire. So
No, she did not. Again, the empire was already falling apart long before she even sat on the fucking comfy chair. I mean, for fuck's sakes, in 1947, the crown jewel of the British Empire, India gained its fucking independence. Meanwhile, Queen Lizzie took the phone back in 1952? And, again, just want to remind you all, the Germans throwing a bit of a temper tantrum twice within the span of 20 years or so, had a hand in the inevitable destruction of the empire there, and plus a bunch of other factors, but Lizzie being queen was definitely not one of them, or at the very least one of the major factors.
what you're so mad
book,
about,
by the way?
Into the Cannibal Spot?
There we go.
If you're so angry about the empire, nobody did more to reduce its size and scope than Queen Elizabeth II, okay?
The Germans say otherwise. And the Japanese too. Okay, we gotta give these people credit. Sure, they mainly focused on going after the US, but they did take Hong Kong and a bunch of other British colonies, so yeah. You gotta give the Japanese some benefit of the doubt too. Plus, nationalism in the colonies. That's a pretty big factor as well, if not one of the biggest factors.
So, you're a big dum-dum, alright?
was built on the backs of black and brown. And we want our...
Yeah, she is a big dum-dum. Even though Wade and Paladin is all for a absolute monarch, but at the same time really loves free speech and Donald Trump. No, but seriously though, this Puerto Rican lady that's demanding reparations is the big fucking dum-dum here. She really is.
Reparations. And,
For what? The entirety of the British Empire. So King Alfred the Great built on the of Wessex, built off the backs of black and brown people. Shut up.
Yeah.
You are so historically and politically illiterate. I know this is a show for women who don't know anything, but
Did this fucking Puerto Rican woman at any point in time ever mention Alfred the Great of Wessex? No. No, she didn't. She definitely didn't. I mean, she would have already, but she didn't.
Yeah, what did I say about the show?
I'm just gonna go, yes, queen.
I said before, like, this show is the background noise in the home of any post-menopausal woman.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is what it is. Like, anyone, like, if you look at this video, the like to dislike ratio is like 1 to 10.
Yeah.
It's heavy in favor of dislike.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's understandable.
I see. I looked at the comments, and even like people are like, "Oh, I love you so much, Sonny, but this was so wrong," and it was even like other like obviously black people were like, "I understand wanting reparations, but now is not the time." Which is like, yeah, could you at least like even if you want? Oh, this other woman on the right is going to say something stupid too, but yeah, the woman in green is the only one who has. And Joy are the only two that seem to have any common sense whatsoever.
It's really weird that the people on the left are the one that have the most sanity. It's quite funny given the.
Just what do you? Yeah, I need my reparations for what?
Yeah.
From the Queen for what? And
Because fuck you. That's why. That's what I want these reparations to be all about. Fuck you. I want my fucking I want my reparations. Why? Fuck you. That's why.
Also, I want to say in the box here, Putin is probably the best leader that Russia has had in.
I'm not sure where Anna Navarro is, but let's find
in
out.
a century. Except maybe for I was gonna say I'm terrible.
Okay, Anna Navarro.
Yeah, the ex-KGB colonel is really the greatest leader Russians have had in a while. Thank you for that, Spoons. Mr. Pro-Apartheid.
Who's also bitching. Her family's from Nicaragua, which
Just is a product of drug smuggling, basically.
Oof, but yeah, but who owned it? I don't know anything about Nicaragua. I have to be honest, guys.
The only thing I know about Nicaragua is it's a funny way to say it.
The Spanish. So it's also Spanish Empire shit.
Yeah, of course.
So why are you? I didn't think it was the British.
Everyone on that stage is the product of colonization.
Yes, to certain. Yeah. Everybody on Earth is a product of colonization to some degree or another.
Specifically those ones on that stage.
Yeah, but why? Again, she wants reparations too. Anna Navarro does. For what?
Yes.
There you go. The people on the stage are the product of colonization. So give me those fucking reparations there, Brit Bong boys.
Spanish, black, and whites. Like.
For what? No, you can't blame the Queen for any of that.
What about Gorbachev? Gorbachev was terrible.
The Catholic Church was built on the backs of people who.
I'm sorry, did Spoons just say Gorbachev was terrible? So now do you expect me to believe that fucking Spoons here is a fucking secret communist? Ain't that just fucking lovely?
Black and brown people who were forced to convert to Catholicism.
How are you?
How does it have anything to do
How was that built?
with? Oh, you want to blame England for Catholicism that was done by the Spanish Empire?
I don't understand how you.
Did I get this
And the Portuguese and the French.
confused?
But what I
Is
don't.
she asking for reparations from Spain?
Are you trying to say?
Let me go
that
back a minute.
No. Are you trying to say the influence of the church was built on the backs and? But that doesn't make any sense.
No, let's play it again. Hang on.
Was built on the backs of people who black and brown people who were forced to convert to Catholicism. Yeah.
That's not. The church is not built on that. That's just the reach of the.
It also has nothing to do
the
with
church
the
was
Queen of England.
extended. I don't.
It also has
No, the backbone of the Catholic Church was a very old men who really just loved to fuck little boys. That's the real backbone of the Catholic Church.
nothing to do with the Queen of England.
It's
So I
just
think
weird.
there's a lot of that we're coming to terms with, and I think one of the things that Charles can do to get some popularity is maybe to take some
Who cares?
time away from speaking to his plants and speak to this issue.
Can I just make fun of the
Just
situation?
immediately have to. Yeah.
No, can I just make fun
I
of
mean, he
this?
does talk to his plants, which is weird. But
Yeah, but the reason I find this so fun.
Yeah, that's such a fantastic and satisfying thing to know. The next fucking ruler of the United Kingdom, the next fucking king of the British Empire, fucking talks to his plants. Normal fucking country there.
Funny is you have a bunch of badass Americans who know nothing about popularity,
Oh, I know.
even in their own country,
I know.
think they can speak to an institution over 800 years old and tell the people of that country what they want to do to make him more popular in his own land. Like, are you insane? Do you know how unbelievably arrogant and...
Well, when the fucking future king of England literally fucking talks to his plants, you know, maybe it's time to get some outside advice there, or at the very least put this dude in a fucking insane asylum.
dim-witted you look. You're not fucking popular in your own country, but you're gonna tell King Charles what he needs to do to be popular to the British people. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like, the level of ego
I mean, like,
to
if you
say
wanted
something like this is insane.
If you want to do this reparations thing, if you want to have like any country that could like even try to make an argument, it's not a good one, and they don't have a leg to stand on. But they have, they could even try to. It'd be India to ask for reparations from the British.
I don't know.
Yeah, but about Ireland, though? Because if I remember correctly, didn't they have a bit of a potato issue? And the Brit bongs did absolutely nothing to fucking help them out? I think the Irish might, want some reparations, too.
Yeah.
But even then, the Brits went into all of these nations and put infrastructure into all of them. Did they also dig up their diamonds? Yeah, but they were diamonds that those people couldn't get out of the ground otherwise, and wouldn't necessarily even
They don't have any
understand
value to
why
the culture
they would
there.
be of value to the... Yeah,
Yes.
it's...
Hey, look, there's no infrastructure with the amount of trade fair in these things, so how are they valuable then?
Right.
It's only valuable to the crown because the crown has value for the
Has
diamonds.
placed
you
value on it.
idiot.
Yes, has placed value on
How do
diamonds
you not
in
get
Europe.
how market for like just basic market economies work? Supply and demand. If there is no freaking demand, the supply doesn't mean anything.
Doesn't
I can
matter how
have
many
5
diamonds you have in
tons
the
of
curve.
diamonds. If there's no one wants to buy them, they're not worth shit. Duh.
Well, here's something I never thought I would expect from this fucking podcast. A fucking capitalism 101 lesson.
Yeah. Recognize this.
Fucking hell.
Speaking to his plants. He likes to
And
speak to
maybe
the
bring
plants.
his
He's got
family back
beautiful plants.
together after the allegations of racism that have been made by...
Oh,
Oh
my
my
god.
God.
And who cares what Meghan Markle has to say? Like, if I was her, I would have been... I don't know why she has that kind of,
Because she's
audacity.
a backwards Hollywood bitch.
When you know, though, you should have some idea what at least everyone says happened to Princess Diana. You know what I mean? Oh my god, I
Duchess,
did that as a
Meghan
meme. I didn't mean to pronounce her name that way because I was thinking of a meme, and then
I like
Princess
the way
Diana.
this woman waltzes into the
A
British
fucking
family
Butterfield meme.
that
What?
has been around for centuries, and then just go, they aren't treating me well because of racism.
No,
Bitch,
it's
you
because,
married a royal
again,
and you act like a snooty bitch.
And what I remember about when, at least what I read,
Yeah, how dare Meghan Markle, an outsider, marry Prince Harry because of love? Prince Harry should have done what everyone else did and fuck their family members.
about that back when that was happening, was that, like, she wanted to just be able to, like, wear the royal jewelry, like, around the stuff that is set aside for, you know,
Special occasions.
events, and yes, and she just
The
wanted to be like,
functions
oh, I
of
like
the royal crown, yes.
functions, yeah, oh, I want to wear this one. It's like, first of all, bitch, no. I would say
You.
that what,
So, do you have, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, yes, do you have evidence that Meghan Markle just wanted to put on all the royal family jewels because fuck it, why not? Do you have evidence for that at all, Aiden? Because me personally, I don't think you don't. I think you're just pulling this shit out of your ass. With the vodka bottle you're no doubt drinking. But, if you got some evidence, support your claim, maybe maybe make this shit public there, Mr. Little Miss Social Scientist?
Charles said about that was sort of interesting, which was that, of course that, oh, come on. Oh, my brain's not working right now.
Which?
It was basically just like, he said,
I'm surprised your brain works at all.
just best of luck, essentially, to my brother and his wife, Megan, overseas. I wish you well, and, like, didn't, really acknowledge them whatsoever.
Yeah, because they're a stain on the family.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it was a pretty overt slight.
Yes,
it was a pretty overt slight.
they're a disgrace.
Yeah, such a goddamn stain on the family. That Prince Harry would want to marry this commoner based entirely on love. Again, why can't Harry just be normal and fuck his family members?
To the tradition of the royals. So yes, I can understand.
Yeah. It's just, I mean...
Yes, Harry, you should have engaged in the ancient royal tradition of inbreeding. What's wrong with you?
I caught on to it. I locked that.
Markle
Absolutely.
and her husband, his son, Prince Harry. Maybe they can address that as well.
I think when we asked the correspondent, like, what...
No, the interesting thing, too, is he didn't even call him Harry. He said, my son. He didn't even call him, like, by his name. It was very interesting.
Good.
Yeah, I thought that...
Yes, it is very interesting that a father would reference his son as my son. Yes, it sounds it's quite something indeed there.
was interesting.
I think modernizing would be a smart step for him.
How?
Because I think
How? The monarchy,
What does that mean?
The monarchy doesn't survive 800 years through modernization.
Right.
It survives by clinging to tradition. That's kind of the whole fucking thing. Also,
Yeah, and that's why more and more fucking people want it dismantled.
Over 800,
look at things that modernize. Modernization sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what this reminds me of? Like, if someone were to explain to me, or if I were to explain to Americans, like, this is how you look when you insult the monarchy. Okay, you are like the offspring of all of the best of these nations, right?
Yeah.
You're like a little kid playing with a new toy, but
Yeah.
your toy called democracy can break at any freaking moment.
Oh, yeah.
These people are playing with this thing that they've had for 800 years. That's like lasted the test of time.
It's over 1,000.
Right? Yes, but
Yeah.
when you're an American,
It's not even an
and you're
amount
telling,
of time that's comparable to an American.
yeah, but when you,
From the American perspective.
as an American, you're telling these people how to modernize. It's like you're looking at this ancient warrior, and you're saying, "Why don't you be more like me?" It's like,
I don't want you. You suck.
the level of arrogance, like you
Yeah.
don't even know this thing that I'm holding. The fact,
It's the 21st century, and like these two nutter butters have already said, the monarchy has been around for 800 years. Very few countries on this fucking planet do monarchies anymore. The rest of the fucking world is into democracy now. You want to know why? Because democracy is cool. Democracy gives power to the average fucking Joe, rather than some old fart who claims that his powers were ordained by God.
that you have what you have is components of this thing that I'm holding. Yours can break at any moment. Mine has lasted for 800 years. Shut the fuck up.
Arthur,
You
I want to be.
disgraceful fucking little brat.
Arthur
America's
said
like
he
the
would-
spoiled child of nations. Like, it's just...
There
God,
is
I
a
hate
very
disrespect.
there is an element of that, and really these ladies, and it's not just them. However much we're able to get through tonight. Arthur said he wants to be a fat middle-aged woman to get paid 6 or 7 figures to sit around and gossip. Yeah, it is astonishing.
Yeah,
they
that
can
is
get paid
that is
money.
essentially what they get paid to do.
So the quote that I had was, "Congratulations to my son William and his wife, Princess Catherine, who I now make Prince of Wales and Duke of Cornwall. I also recognize my son and his wife Meghan. I wish them luck in their new life overseas."
I like that overseas, but it's like, you do not be around the family. You're a disgrace.
Okay, how the fuck is this supposed to be a goddamn own? Just how? It doesn't make sense to me.
Woo!
It's just,
Anyway.
it's absolutely terrible.
Yeah, we got what that meant.
More white people's opinions.
It's important to separate the queen from...
Which,
Oh, I never mind. Go play it. I accidentally lost my page for a second.
It is amazing to me how the first thing the Americans talk about is colonization.
It's reparations?
Oh my God, you.
What?
Can I just
This
say,
woman just died, and it's like,
I want to say a 6-letter F word because it is the most perfectly adequate word to describe.
I know,
people.
but just described it, so we know what it is. But
God, I hate these people.
The monarchy and the empire, as you said, because I think sometimes that's conflated, and I was a little...
Only by you. Like, you are the only people that...
These type of people, yeah. Like,
yes.
This woman, Sarah, she is clear about it. Let's listen, because she does a good job.
Sad yesterday, because I saw some posts and articles written about some things that people were tweeting, and one of them
we'll get to it.
awful. It's from a professor at Carnegie Mellon.
So this is actually... she mentions it, so we don't necessarily have to bring it up. We'll go through Carnegie Mellon's response, because it's ridiculous. I do, however, find it very funny that this woman, you guys may have seen this tweet, she's going to read it out here. It is truly, so when we said earlier that haha, the memes are so funny, yeah, there can be funny memes. This is not a meme, nor is it funny. And she really probably should have lost her position for this. But this woman...
You're an asshole.
Who says this stuff, what I do find very amusing to me, this woman who hates capitalism, she's like a Marxist literature professor, works at Carnegie Mellon University, as in Andrew Carnegie, like the richest, wealthiest industrialist capitalist who ever lived, at least for his age. So that irony is not lost on me.
He was one of the richest Americans in the 20th century.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure.
He was right up there with Rockefeller and... Rockefeller, I think he was one of the top 4 with Rockefeller, Ford, and
Carnegie Mellon's no slouch of a university. It's a top tier school, particularly for math and science.
This is gonna bug me now. The man who was Secretary of the Treasury for Coolidge. We've
talked about him before.
Andrew Mellon.
Yeah,
he was
the other guy. Yeah, the other guy. As in Carnegie Mellon. The university. Kissa for £5 says,
I'm gonna say it again. Anyone else getting ready to fall asleep due to this fucking history lesson? Because I sure as shit am. Man. 50 minutes in, I think I'm gonna call it. Yeah, this is enough fucking cringe from one night. I mean, all these fucking history lessons are about getting me ready to pass out. So this is where I'm gonna have to end today's video. Hope you guys have a good one.